Welcome back to the Lifespring Age, episode 57, The Corrupting Light. The Starlight Syndicate find themselves at the door of Olivia Hall, the divination wizard who had made some uncanny predictions about the group. What will they find when they speak to her? Follow us on the socials, Instagram, TikTok, X, Blue Sky, any others you can find us on. So you are approaching, you've walked through the town, you caught a glimpse of Emily Lestrange in her natural habitat, and then you walked past where Laffy had landed, had a bit of a play. I will say, Laffy, by the way, Chiken's still about. Like, I was joking when he's like, stop bothering me, I keep having to get off the sofa. He's still about. He's always kind of like there. I just often forget that he's about, and he's not like an NPC like Rusty. He's not chiming in with stuff anymore.
Yeah.
He's like floating about, like, he's not. I will say he's like almost always in eyesight. Like even at night, like he like, I wouldn't say in the bedroom, but like if you to wake up at night, you would see him, kind of thing.
Yeah, I should ask. Sorry, go on.
Well, I was going to say, what I feel like Chiken is like the snail from Adventure Time.
Yeah.
The what? Sorry.
There's a little snail in Adventure Time, and it's always there.
The Lich snail, yeah.
I can't say. Remember that.
I should ask. I mentioned about talking to Chiken about something specific, and you said that you would come up with something. Did you, or should I wait to do that?
Go for it. The best time to ask me a question is when I'm mid-swing, because then I have to make it up.
Okay, cool.
Either you get a dumb answer or the truth.
Yeah, either you get a dumb answer or the truth, yeah. I remember what you were going to ask about. I did think about it, and yeah, he would know some stuff, but it depends whether you want to ask now or you want to ask later.
I'll ask later. There is, obviously, I know we're outside Olivia's and we're about to go in.
Mm-hmm. It's like still a few minutes before you get there. You know, there's not like there isn't a ticking clock to get there. It's just not a nice day outside.
Yeah. But I think she'd be like silent and like, you know, I mean, I don't know if this is normal. I don't think it is. But I run through scenarios in my head at like a mile a minute.
You're gonna, yeah, I think.
Hey, it's called crippling anxiety. Welcome to the club.
But this is the thing. Some people don't do that.
I know. Yeah.
It's insane.
So I don't do it often. It's just when I'm very stressed about something.
I got my discharge form from my therapist. Right. My anxiety and depression scores are at the max now of like the ratios that they can track them at. When I joined, like they've literally doubled since I've had my therapy. Like, my therapist is terrible.
Good.
Yeah, I knew your therapist was not.
That's mine hard.
That's why I sent you this one. I was like, so I sent you the little extract, and I wasn't sure what I was looking at because like there's context I didn't send like on the letter. It's like James is this. He is, fantastic lover, wonderful with women and children and small animals. But like I was like, yeah, I know this. But then it's like and then it got to the bad bit, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe I am quite depressed. Yeah. And so I googled the scores, and I was like, top marks. Wait, that's not good.
James, you're playing golf, not football.
Yeah.
Pretty much,
You got a 20 out of 20 in depression. Yes, high score. Wait.
Pretty much.
Wait. Oh no.
21.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All in one.
Anyway, but so yeah, I do that as well.
Yeah, so I think she would have been doing that the whole like walk. I say the whole walk, but like the bit of the walk further up after the memory that she had. Okay. And as they got to Olivia's, I think she'd just like not walk through the door if everybody else did, and just sort of like stand back and be like, Lorelei, can I borrow you for a minute?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
And then, assuming that everybody walks in unless they want to listen in on the conversation.
Well, Lorelei does just
are they knocking on the door, or like because there is time for you to like have a private conversation. The network of connectivity is a choice you make. Like you either do or you don't broadcast your thoughts.
I can just be like everyone else. Beep.
Give it a minute. Well, you can just say like, guys, just
fuck off for a minute.
Kissy time. Yeah.
Well, it's more of a, you'll see what I'm on about. It's not a nice conversation, but it's something that I think she'd need to ask. So when they were like on their own, I have to get my acting things on again. Okay, hang on.
Warm up your acting chops.
It's been a long time. No, I think she'd still be very, like, nervous. She'd probably be playing with her hands a lot. Maybe find somewhere to sit down to have a conversation, like if there was a bench or something. I'm aware that this is not a very nice area.
There's a wall you can. There's a wall you can lean against, but I will remind you the weather's drizzly as shit.
It's fine. This conversation is going to be drizzly as shit. And I think she'd like just stare at Lorelei for a second and be like, "I need to ask you a really weird question."
Mm-hmm.
How do I word it without it sounding awful?
Just go for it.
If something happened to Ingrid and I couldn't do anything about it, would you hate me for it?
There's like a... How do I describe this?
Is that a threat?
No, there's like a look of like confusion to be like, that's I don't think so. I can't see myself hating you ever, and I would know that if anything were to happen, and it wasn't solvable. I know you would have tried your best, and I wouldn't hold that against you.
I don't know how much Lorelei would know. I know we mentioned it in the book, but that was a very emotionally charged moment. So I think she'd just reiterate and be like, obviously when I first came, I didn't remember a lot about last time. And I do now, and it's a lot. We were similar to this group, but we travelled together for a really, really long time in comparison. And there was this big fight, and Karasina from the book died, and I couldn't bring her back. I tried everything, but it didn't work. And Arasi blamed me for it, and that's when things got really bad, and that's when I left. And obviously we now know what happened afterwards, but I didn't know at the time how bad it would be. And when I was saying about not being able to talk to my sisters and tell them, you know, how great things are, I remembered there was a time when I was with them and I thought the same thing, and then everything kind of turned, and I don't want that to happen again, because it'll feel like history repeating itself, and I don't know if I could go through that again. And I don't know if my sisters could go through that again.
I don't know what's going to happen, but hand on heart, I don't think I'm capable of being that sort of person. I don't think I could blame you for anything that I know you would have tried to do. I don't think I could live with myself if I had caused something bad to happen because of something that I know isn't possible. And I can't say that the bad things won't happen, because I'm sure they will. But I don't think I'll ever be the one to make them happen, at least intentionally. At least not intentionally.
Yeah.
I am not part of the Midnight Hunt anymore. And now I feel like I exist here and now to help you and to get through what we need to, and not be tied down by some organization. I'm just here to help now, and I never wanted to do anything to harm you or anyone else in this group, except Lou, maybe sometimes.
I don't want it to get to a point where everything's fine and I'm expected to go back. Because last time I made the decision to stay, and obviously we know what happened. And I think if anything like that was to happen again, I probably wouldn't come back another time.
Well, I'm not going to be the person to make something like that happen, because I know as soon as I'm able to, and as soon as whatever threats are out there are dealt with, and you feel like your mission is complete, I don't want to have to pick up a crossbow again. I just want to live, however that is, at that time. Once I'm able to stop fighting, I will.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's here, whether that's on the farm, if that's with you, or just remembering you. I'm not going to fight if I don't have to, not anymore. So if something bad was to happen, I don't think I would be the one to make it. And I never want to feel like I could be the person to do that, because I don't think I am, as much as I joke about certain things.
You're not. I had to check.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Should we go see if Olivia's alive?
I guess, but she would just like stop and then pause for a second and just pull up into her hug.
She'd be like, what? Like going to walk away.
Yeah.
The rest of the group, I presume, Riptide, Aeon.
Hey, Olivia!
Oh, Jesus. Bro, you did it again.
You did it again!
God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm not even close to a microphone.
You must have changed your settings or something.
I haven't changed anything.
I don't know what the problem is, but it's not happening for me. Like,
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, did you fuckers up my volume and then say
No.
you're complaining about
It's 'cause
BB?
it
now?
was very softly.
Believe me, my ears are already sensitive enough. I wouldn't willingly
Yeah.
subject myself to more loud things.
Should I just lower the input volume of myself?
No, don't worry.
Maybe just look at the input volume of your
It's all right now. You
speech.
just went from like silence to very loud.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think
so-
I think maybe when you just don't speak for a while, it
It tries to pick up more, and then
yeah, like
Yeah.
overcompensates on the noise gate.
and then when you shout or when you even just speak, it's like because everything
Yeah.
comes
Okay,
through.
I'll send a warning in chat next time. Just like
I'm not looking in
Please
chat.
don't
Just
speak
the
in
next thing
3,
you
2, 1.
say, if you're not speaking, the next thing you say, just say it in a normal tone.
Yeah, don't
I
go.
was
Yeah,
speaking in a normal
But,
tone.
That was not
So-
a normal tone.
Well,
as
hey,
you-
Olivia.
as
Olivia!
you head back after your moment. You know, you head back towards the group. They kind of like stood in the just under like a, I don't know, like a doorwell or something, waiting for you to join. Yeah, bush shelter. What the fuck is this? And you know, like Riptide like gives you the makes eye contact with Lorelei, and she is in on the network. We've established that, but she just kind of like, you know, like gives you the like a tentative thumbs up, like eyebrows, to make sure we're all good. So the 6 of you, hang on, Lou, Aeon, Laffy, Lorelei, Lou, and Riptide. That's everyone, right?
It's 6, yeah.
Six.
I'm just counting the amount of actual people that are in the school. Because...
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. That's the 6 of you head towards the house, and the house itself. I say, Lou. You would the door has been like reset, and there is like light coming from the inside, like fire or candlelight that's like glowing out on the street a little bit. I'm gonna put the time at like just coming towards like late lunchtime, like 1, maybe half 1ish. So you walk out in front of the house, and you can see there's like a shape moving, like pottering around inside the house as you come towards the front door. Don't rush. Hello.
This is Lou's thing. I don't want to.
Yeah. So it's just
I was just writing the warning on.
You don't have to write a warning. Just don't make the next thing you say something loud, like
Yeah. So what is it you're doing?
Lou is like barely hiding the fact the hopeful look in her eyes as she like almost rushes to the door and just begins to knock on it.
Okay. You hammer on the door, and how hard are you knocking?
Slightly above average.
Okay, slightly above average knock will open the door. Like it was closed but not locked. Like on the third knock, the door like opens a fraction.
Olivia?
You hear a very, very soft voice from a few rooms into the house. I can't remember exactly what her voice was, but I'm just going to go for dithering old.
Your old lady voice.
Yeah.
Was she old?
No, she wasn't.
In my head, she wasn't that old.
Yeah.
In my head, I think it was just like a higher pitch.
Yes. Hello, who's there? Come in. Do you have an appointment? Lou?
Not necessarily, and I just slowly open the door and walk inside.
Okay, so the house is like still a bit of a mess. Like things are still like broken, but there is like a path that has been cleared into the room. I'm assuming, by the way, when I say this, is everyone coming in?
Yeah.
Is anyone saying that's good? Okay.
So
like, yeah.
I'd probably like step in like fast and but maybe wait by the door until it was like fine, but like just step in so I'm not in the rain.
Yeah. So you step in, you can see with all your passives, Aeon with your passive investigation and Lou with your passive investigation, and everyone else's passive perception. There's like a stain on the ground. There's like a discoloration, like a brownish green discoloration. With your passive investigations and perhaps what Lou's told you, I don't know exactly what Lou's told you, but you would put this down to like some kind of gas staining. It's not blood, it's not vomit or anything like that. It looks like some kind of like aerosol can blew up, like paint almost, and stained the floor. There's lots of like scratches and damages on the wall. There's like smashed glass, kind of like brushed to the corner, but there is a path leading through into what you presume to be like the sitting room. Lou, you would know it to be the sitting room, and the voice of this, the voice of Olivia coming from like a few rooms away says, Lou Marblecutter, your sister didn't send you, did she?
No, she has been dealt with appropriately.
Oh, wow. Wonderful. Well, come in. Make yourself at home. I will be with you in a moment.
Yeah. Oh, warning! I have black hair. Still below, so don't. Just be prepared.
As you say that, and you walk into the room, you kind of like she's like coming into the room, like holding like 2 cups. Her eyes are like completely milk white.
Oh, she's blind.
Oh my god.
Are you okay? What happened?
Well, I'm fine, I think. A bit of a strange few days for for little old Olivia. Does she look like she seems really like in terms of her body language, very unsure, like ditzy, almost absent-minded. Like she puts things down and then can't find it again. But she's walking around stuff. So her eyes are completely milk white, but she's walking around stuff because I've had a strange few days. Leia came to visit me. Perhaps she mentioned it if you spoke to her. And she was asking me all these questions, but I've been focused in on a few other predictions that have left me as you see me now. And she, as you all walk in, can you all make this is a non-threat one, so please do not waste your advantage or your hero points. Can you all make deck saves as you walk through, because there's piles of crap everywhere. Okay.
Wow.
Double nat 20s from Aeon, bloody hell.
Aeon doesn't. Aeon like slips on a banana, does a backflip and lands.
With my
Yeah,
with my +7, I got an 8.
Get good, noob.
Oh wow, and nat 20 from Riptide as well. So I was gonna say, so as Laffy and Lorelei walk in, I'm imagining, because they've had this conversation outside, they're probably in physical contact, holding hands, or whatever.
Yeah.
The two of you between you manage to like collide. I want to say like Laffy almost walks into something, steps over at the last minute, which nudges her into Lorelei, which sends this Lorelei into this pile of books. And there's just like this bottle on top, like a plant pot that's falling, starts to fall towards Olivia. She's not even looking. She like turns around and grabs it, like Matt Murdock style, grabs it out of the air.
Whoa!
Like Daredevil style, and then she puts it down and says, "Yes, it's okay. Don't worry about the books. I'm blind, as you see. I didn't want to say it, but where I've been, I have not needed my eyes to see." She pulls this really horrible grimacing face. But what I have done is I'm using my predictive.
Sorry, I know you said that with importance. I would just be like, sorry, you made a face at those words.
Yes.
So I assume you
yes. Sorry.
understand who
yes,
said them first.
I can't quite see. I know it's important, and I had it on my wall, my board, but I'm using my connection to divination to be able to predict where things are, and so I have I can see like 2 seconds into the future all the time, and it means I don't bump into things. So don't worry. If the 5 of you want to sit down, do you want drinks, sandwiches, anything like that? 5.
There's 6 of
I
us.
saw 5.
Riptide.
No need.
No, I don't know. I only know Lou.
Sorry?
It doesn't matter. I'll get drinks. I'll be back in a moment.
What?
She potters off.
So confused.
So there is like you can like clear spaces to like sit down.
I'm going to look at the corner where the blackboard used to be. Is it still there?
Yeah, the blackboard is there and it's turned around now. Let me drag you to it.
Oh.
And is it still slightly covered in blood from when I was shot?
A little bit.
Oh, what the
Is
fuck?
there more than 4 notes?
There's more than before.
I have the old one. Hold on.
It's all the old stuff still on.
Infestation, not invasion, is new.
She's devoted
Sister
to
of
betrayal.
Summers.
That's different. That's new.
So I have to scroll up so high. Jesus Christ! How long ago was this?
It
I'm
was
still
a month.
going.
It was probably
Just
like
before we left,
September
I
last year.
think. Oh, the little
All
sister's in danger.
marked
That
by
doesn't bode
death,
well.
one has forever changed.
I'm still going. I can probably tell you who that is.
How did the druid miss the cabbages is now underlined. James, are you fucking with me?
I was meant to be
James
crossed
always
through. I
does.
can't remember how to do a cross through. So some of it's meant to be crossed through.
I will
And
send
that's meant
the
to be crossed through,
original
but I think I
one
pressed
so
it.
you guys can.
Because stuff that's already happened has been crossed through.
Favored me.
Infestation on invasion has been turned into blue, and it
Yeah.
was white.
DRT Bruno Y.
That's not no.
No?
The
the
favorite.
favoured Mayflower.
Favored. I read it as flavored. She
Is Ned dead?
That's for everyone, isn't
I
it?
hope so.
Well, no, we need to ask him things. Corruption
So
from
as
the
you're
outside, from
examining
outside,
this,
is
you
that
hear
new?
her pottering away in the kitchen,
Wait,
almost like having a conversation with herself.
Why is the
Am I
thing on the...
listening? Sorry.
Quick thing on the old one, there is poor Sarah on the bottom, and it's replaced by she's diverted. She the
Yeah,
betrayal.
I assume because we.
Yeah, so
saved
I had to remove
Sarah.
some stuff because it got too hard to read. Some stuff I was able to cross out. Poor Sarah, I just.
Well, we also did like to help
What?
her.
Solve
so-
it.
What
Yeah.
happened to this one? New Dawn, not Pelor in the old one, to New Dawn, not
Oh,
the Dawn.
I forgot. It was meant to be. I had it. I was thinking about Pelor as the equivalent, but it's Dawnbringer in my world. I just forgot. So I just
Okay.
changed
Yeah,
it.
James.
Sorry.
Damn, I can't believe such important lore has changed without us realizing.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah,
I-
it was just no one
oh,
fucking saw it.
Hold on. Why is Little Sister protected by Sister Blade been crossed out?
What's
Uh-oh.
Right above. Above
Oh yeah,
the
She's-
SUM
yeah.
consumer.
That's been resolved. She thinks that's been resolved.
Can I
Oh,
listen
she
into
no
what
longer
she's
thinks it's-
muttering?
Yes, you can. So she's muttering away in the background. She's like almost like she's humming to herself. Like at first, can you make a perception check, please? Sorry,
I did.
Wow.
27.
nat 20.
Boom,
Boom,
So
baby.
you
That's my
hear-
that's my 10th nat 20 of the day. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah. So she.
My rolls have
you
been
Your
great.
inner thoughts.
You hear her saying things like, "Oh, the milk. Oh, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One for me." And then all of a sudden the voice changes and like it's very harsh, and you hear her say, "The woman is mine, worthless one, claimed by my darkness forever. Do not oppose my master's will, for you have seen that he can be denied nothing he desires." And then, oh, maybe the nice biscuits. I
Sorry.
warned you not to interfere, mortal.
James, do you
this
have that
goes-
written down, or are you just making that up?
I have that one.
Because I did not do that quick
I will
enough.
read it to you again. I will repeat,
Oh.
but without the stupid
Uh,
words.
hold on 1 second. Laffy listens. Laffy listens.
Laffy hears,
to...
the woman is
Olivia.
mine, worthless one.
I'm not
claimed by
ready.
the-
Shut up. And
I'm not reading it
here's... Please. Go for it.
The woman is mine, worthless one, claimed by the darkness forever. Do not oppose my master's will, for ye have seen that he can be denied nothing he desires. I warned you not to interfere, mortal. Maybe the nice biscuits.
I can't type that quickly. I
Do you- I
tried.
will, if you remind me, I will send it to you later. I don't have it typed up.
Okay.
I will have to send it to you.
I got to do not. I think it was oppose.
Do not oppose my
Yeah.
master's will,
Masters. Well,
for you have seen that he can be denied nothing he desires.
we have seen. Okay,
What about the nice biscuit?
and the biscuits.
The nice biscuits you pay around. She's getting some of those ones that are like round shortbread that are fully coated in chocolate.
Ooh.
Oh,
Chocolate
Yeah,
hobnobs.
these are fucking nice biscuits, man.
I'm gonna keep listening just in case she says anything else that isn't
She
related
does-
to
there
tea or
is weird
biscuits.
stuff. Bear with me. That was the main thing that stood out to me as I was reading
Is
it.
Luffy jumping in the connection to?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
One
She'd
second.
tell you all this.
The star is not even worth this trivial struggle. These are the things that stand out. One second. God, where's the rest of it? There's loads. Where is it? And then in a different voice, a much deeper voice, you hear, "Back, my servants, for I would not have you destroyed. Not now. Not yet. But even I must feed if I am to grow."
The consumer.
And she's moving about. Her mouth is like not moving, but you're hearing these sounds coming from her.
can I ask a question? I'm not sorry. Laura isn't one listening. Do any of those voices sound familiar to Laffy?
No.
Okay.
But after a minute or two, she comes back. She like clears. So she's got this tray over. She's got a pot of tea, a couple of cups, and she clears some space on the table and starts pouring out 6 cups of tea.
Does she only
takes
pour
one-
out 6, even though there are 7 of us?
Yeah.
Okay.
She takes one of them and sits down.
Can I ask her, who's the tea for?
Who don't you see?
No,
What?
I'm asking her, who's the tea for? I assume it's tea. But...
anyone who would like it, place it before me, lowest of the low, most loyal of my servants.
Place.
Sorry, are you aware that you're doing that?
But if anyone wants any of the nice bits, there are more in the kitchen.
Sorry, what was that before? Lowest of the low. Was it my servants? I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
Bit.
my
You cut out.
Place it before me,
Oh,
lowest
it's
of the
me.
low.
I'm not here. Excellent.
I assume it's probably.
Through the network, Lou's going to tell you. She was like this before, don't worry. This is normal.
I'm gonna
This is
I don't
normal.
believe you.
I'm gonna like
That's normal for
move
her.
around so that I'm standing. I know she can't see me, but that I'm standing in front of her and be like,
I'm gonna poke the old blind woman on the back.
"Hello."
So how can I help?
Okay, yeah.
You've come visit. It's wonderful of you to come and check on me, Lou. You don't have to worry. I know Leia took me away, but capable wizard.
James.
Even without the use of my eyes, I'm able to get about, as you can see. Just a bit tired, and I can only see things just before they happen, so it's a bit awkward.
The plant that Laffy knocked over when she walked in.
That was Lorelai who knocked that over.
Okay. The plant that she knocked over, where is it?
She caught it and put it down on the floor somewhere.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna drop it.
Okay. Her head
What happens?
spins round. She goes, "Oh!" And she kind of like looks up to the ceiling, like to see what caused it. Oh, is the window still open?
Are you sure you're sight? Are you sure you can see everything that's coming?
How you're saying you can see? You're seeing 2 seconds into the future, but you don't see someone here 2 seconds in the future, even though they
And
are
she starts
here.
to like edge back. She says, "Somebody else in the room."
Yeah, we
Yeah?
have
There is
There's
6 of us.
6 of us.
There is 6, 7, including you.
a female.
You make
elf
presence.
next
Make
to you.
yourself known.
Hello, I'm
How about
here.
Presence. Make yourself known.
She's
Reach
I
out.
am
talking.
making myself known.
If you can hear
Olivia,
me,
Olivia,
take my
stop.
hand.
Olivia, she's
Sorry.
talking. You're not. You
Oh.
can't hear her.
Oh,
Wait, actually,
Spirit.
Laffy, can you touch
She's not-
Olivia's
hey.
arm?
Spirit.
Olivia, she's not a spirit. She's a person.
Lou,
Oh.
what did you say?
Can you just touch her arm, like maybe
she
physical
raises her
contact?
arm out, like groping in the air.
God.
I like put my put my hand up and like interlink my hand with hers, like fingers together. If that makes sense.
Oh, there is. Why can I not see you? What have you
Or
done?
hear me.
Oh, that's a good point. I can't hear you. What has she done? Sorry, what have they
I'll
done?
say what Laffy says.
We have
so
said
that
she,
Olivia
so-
can hear.
Yeah, okay. So from this moment on, do not feel you have to repeat. I will just assume you will repeat. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do not need to. Okay.
Someone
This is
repeats
where-
it. We all
where
repeat
she,
it
like,
at different
stands up.
times in funny voices.
Yeah, she stands up and she like taps you on your shoulder and like you know how blind people feel faces and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like very gingerly, and your hair just I cannot. You. This is anomalous. Why can I not see you? Are you?
I'm not from here.
Are you?
I'm not from here.
I don't think that shouldn't matter. Have you protected yourself in some? So, full disclosure, right? I've just been having that conversation with my eyes shut. I'm a fucking idiot, right? With my
I
eyes
do
shut and my
that.
arms waving in midair, right?
I'm a ghost.
Yeah, a ghost. So she said, have you cast a spell to prevent yourself being detected by divination? I suppose that would be the most easy way to get around it.
No.
How strange.
Maybe you do need part of your vision to see.
Well, perhaps.
I thought that you knew. This is obviously being repeated, I assume.
I
thought-
thought that you knew.
I thought you knew who I was since you kept writing on the board about stuff.
I thought you knew
I-
who I was.
What I write on the
wall.
wall, what the board here, yes. So there are flashes of what I see, and I don't always get the most context. And that is enough to ensure your destruction. But what I get from dreams and from visions, I write down. Sometimes it's posed as a question, sometimes it's posed as a silence, my little mockeries. You talk too much and accomplish too little. I have had enough. And oh, sorry. Oh,
She just like burps. She's got indigestion.
Yeah, excuse me.
What?
But I write down what I see on the board. But there's this. Lou, you're still here, yes? I think I see every.
Yeah,
if you don't
I'm
move,
just-
it gets fuzzy. Okay, so
Mannequin challenge.
it's.
Lu's going
um,
to perpetually like adjust herself in her seat.
Thank you. Yes, it's because if you're, it's events within 2 seconds. If you see what I mean, it's not. I see the room in 2 seconds. It's events in 2 seconds. Things that I might collide with, and I didn't perceive me having this conversation. So,
Can I ask something?
yes,
Yeah.
sorry, yes, but please let me finish my thought. There's so many things going on. There is this. There is a brightness, not a darkness. It's not light that happens, and I cannot see past it. And as I looked at it, that is when I lost my sight, and it has been consuming me, my thoughts, my dreams, my focus for since last I saw you, and it's been the focus of my drive. But I cannot see past this light, this brightness that isn't the sun. It is wrong. It casts no shadow, and it encompasses us all. And I cannot see past it from once it arrives. And that means I think I am dead. I don't know. I can't.
Okay.
I've never had this happen before. And that is why it is the focus of my notes. So I'm sorry if I am discombobulated or not giving straight answers, because it's here. And she kind of puts her hand to, like, just between her eyes, like in a claw, like she's trying to like pull like the bridge of her nose off her head. And she's like, it's here. I can see it. I can feel it burning me. I can feel it at once, Master, and I can feel it overwhelming and tearing at us all, and I cannot see past it.
Cast detect magic.
Yeah, sure.
Do I get anything from that?
Oh, shitloads of the magic. She's got divination magic fall out. Yeah, she's continuously like under a spell of divination of some kind.
Is there anything specifically between like the bridge of her nose where she pointed?
Yeah, so that seems to be where the spell's focused. Like, she has cast a spell to allow her to perceive events in the future, and there's this where she's put her hand. It's kind of when she lowers it. There's like, it's like if everything is. I always think detect magic is like everything's. You see colours basically where the magic is. There's this bright white light there, almost like a third eye, like a glowing third eye.
Mm-hmm.
You-
Does anything happen if I touch her head?
No. Do you warn her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I try to.
Yeah. You pass it around the town that you're going to touch her head, and she's fine. And she like, you put her. I don't know how you do it. I imagine a hand on her forehead, whatever. Nothing happens. But she goes, "Your hands are so warm.
Oh.
Not hot, but like just nice, warm. It's quite cold in here with the windows broken. You've got lovely warm hands, my love.
Oh.
Whoever you are."
I'm laughing.
I'm loving.
Laugh.
She says that she's.
I thought you were Lorelei. Oh, sorry. Sorry. This is confusing. I would ask you to all wear name badges, but I don't think that would help either. And Riptide's like, guys, I don't know what the fuck's going on here. This is weird.
I'm relatively intelligent.
can I-
I'm pretty lost as well.
Can I ask you something, Olivia? I'm Lorelei. Those voices. Do you know who's speaking through you?
I was literally about to ask
Rumi,
you that same question.
the voices of this
Well,
laughter
you've
you're
been
talking about?
you've been
No.
talking, and very occasionally your voice goes really deep or really strange, and you say
Yeah.
some like very deep
Evil
and profound
stuff.
things. That are just not usually the nicest things. I'm just wondering if you're aware of that.
I hope I haven't said anything that has offended you.
Well, here you go.
Well,
I'm
you
writing it all
kind
down.
of,
Wait, you can't read. Can she read stuff?
I
Did you
could
write
if it
in
was
Braille?
I could if it was an event. This is very strange. In theory, I could read.
kind
So
of-
perhaps
we're
if you
kind of
threw the
off-
letters at my head, I could read them. Please don't do that. Just read it
Well,
out to me.
okay. She, Lorelai, because I've been writing it all down, just reads out everything that she would have heard
Okay.
Olivia say. In
So
like
it's
with
just
like a very base thing about the voice, like
Yeah.
weird, dark and spooky, or weird. This guy. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use Emily's sheet 'cause I happen to be on it because the intelligence is the same and the thing's the same. So don't worry that you're seeing her thing. It's not a changeling. This is Olivia.
I shoot her.
So she's gonna make an Arcana
Respectfully.
check, an 18. So she thinks because I suppose there's a. I'm doing it again. I'm talking with my fucking eyes closed. I suppose there's a small chance.
I think I rolled
Can
an
you
18.
hear it? Can you hear it when I close my eyes?
Yes.
There's a slight
this is-
shift in your
yeah.
way you're speaking when you do it.
I can smell it when your eyes
I can
close.
smell it. Yeah. I can. Tastes
Uh.
delicious. She thinks about it. She goes, there is a chance, I suppose, that because I have had my focus on this event and I'm trying to walk the steps back to see if it can be intercepted or stopped or prevented in some way. That
What is this event?
It's brightness. There's a brightness.
Is it like an explosion?
Is this
Or-
the,
No.
do you think this is the consumer that is on the board?
Do you think this is the consumer that's on the board?
I don't know. The consumer. So months ago, many months ago, before Lou arrived here for the first time, I was awoken in the night with this feeling of dread, this horrible weight in my chest that something awful was going to happen. And then I tried to decipher what it was, and I realized that there was there were two forces that had intersected, and that they were fighting against each other, and you know, in the way of the word life against death, things like that. And so I tried to put it out of my mind, and when Lou visited again, the thought had changed. Something had gone wrong. One of the forces had been diverted, and now this brightness is growing. Excuse me, because I can't think of another word. Brighter, and it isn't a.
This light is getting really lit.
Yeah, it isn't an explosion. It isn't something that we wake up one day and look up at the sky and there is an eruption that consumes us all. It's an arrival. It is something that intercepts, that takes the whole sky, and there is no shadows cast, but everything is lit in this off-white light that this shows the worst of us, but there are no shadows, there is no darkness. It is just this perpetual, never-ending glare, and that I cannot see past. It's a never-ending
Do you
glare that
get-
ends for me.
Does it feel like anything? Does it feel? Do you feel comfort in this white light? Does it feel like horrifying? Is it scary? Does it have any feeling at all, or is it just nothing?
One second. I did have something for this.
Babes, just to confirm, that cabbages thing is meant to be crossed out rather than.
Yeah,
underlined.
sorry, it is, yeah.
Cool, I'm just making sure. It's in my head, I'm just going through them all. Let me just do that. Hold
You
on.
see, it is as if everything is changed. Of our thoughts and hopes and fears are are brought forward, we are told to judge and condemn and exploit as the worst of us comes to the fore. And this light, this shining sickness makes it right. All is one underneath it, and our self is equal to the light. The sense of self is equal to the light, and thus our deaths are equal to the light, and it consumes us all. It's a nightmare.
James,
Mm-hmm.
when I took a dirt nap,
Which time?
was my experience something similar to what she's describing?
No. So when you took a dirt nap and Lorelei,
Just call her
Suddenly
Laurie.
from Texas.
Lara
Today.
went to the beach, the twilight beach.
It's high noon.
Yeah, it's high noon.
It's real
that
bright.
was-
Fuck.
that was a calm. So for Lorelei, it was a calm journey to somewhere she will need to go. Okay, at some point in her life, or at the end of it, perhaps, Lorelei will take a walk
In
down
her
to the
cycle of
beach.
existence.
In her cycle of existence, Lorelei will take a walk down to this beach. On the way, she will meet everybody she's lost on the way there, and all of the pets she's adopted, and she will get onto the boat, in theory, and cross the river willingly, without prejudice or without fear, without concern, because it is a natural thing for her to do. It's how Lorelei will end. It's the and it's not a painful thing. It's after the pain. Right? What is being described here is the antithesis of that. It is a bright, shining light highlighting every fear and dark thought you've ever had, as your sense of self is ground down until it's nothing, and all you do is exist to follow into this, this bright light, whatever it is.
This weird thing.
Yeah, this weird thing. And she goes, I could try to open the connection and see if you could maybe not converse with it, maybe let me know if I'm successful.
The connection to.
Well, the whatever it is that I'm channeling. 'Cause I don't think they're live events. I think they're moments that maybe affect you all.
You said last time you lost your sight because of it. I don't think we should risk it
That
happening.
was 2 weeks ago.
Wait, so you've tried this before and it cost you your eyesight?
If there was a thing that was hovering over you that had that you'd not been able to think of anything else for months, that my eyesight is a small price to pay to understand it, to see if it can be driven back, defeated. She sits down. She goes, I will see if there's anything. I unless you wish me not to.
No, sorry, I was making a joke when she said I will see.
Okay.
Lou
Oh, yeah.
looks really conflicted at the idea of doing this.
She sits there for a moment and she kind of takes some deep breaths, like, deep breath in, deep breath. She kind of does that for like 5, 10, 15 seconds, and then there's this pause and this Laffy, with your detect magic still up, the shade of the third eye, like, which was like a bright white, as like shifted slightly into like a yellowy, greeny kind of like how I perceive like a sickening radiance kind of color. For that's the spell that's at the front of my mind because I was looking at it earlier, but not that spell. It's gone like a slightly sickly color that glows down on her face and like shows every pore and imperfection on her face. It's like sitting under those strip office lights. It is awful. It makes her look poorly, it makes her look tired, it makes her look old, it means that her lips look cracked, it highlights the bags under her eyes, it highlights everything that she would like to hide from the world. As she does this, and like you can see this light is like growing in the room. You can see all the cracks on the table, and like how the biscuits like slightly starting to go stale as it does. She takes these deep breaths in, and you hear her like joining in this conversation halfway through. This deep booming voice: "You turned your back, and I wrecked your world. I robbed your people of their powers, their hopes, their future, themselves. What will you do when your friends, your enemies, your lover are all me? When there is one body, one mind, one life, that is me. Will you be the enemy of all existence then? What irony would that be? When I raise a fist, everybody raises their fist with me." And then she stops very abruptly, and like in mid pause, and her eyes like latch onto you, Laffy, and you can see this blackness starting to fill in from the corneas, from the whiteness. And she goes, "Yes, I can see you, presumptuous one, and see your soul as well. I shall grant you the favor you desire, Lefette. For it is the way of gods to grant boons to those of courage. Shall I deign to let you gaze upon me? A rare honor indeed. But I prefer to accept your homage on your knees," as she launches forward and grabs your head. And it's clearly like an automatic reflex. And her hands like slam onto the sides of your head. Can you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Holy shit, that happened so fast.
Hey, James, do you have that written down?
I would try in any way, or did we hear any of this?
You heard all of that, yeah. Like that is a
So
conversation.
she was just speaking it out loud.
Yeah, she's just speaking it. Yeah.
It was being spoken out loud.
Yeah.
Did you use your advantage yet?
No.
Can I?
Do you want to?
I don't know.
Hang on, let me see what this is.
Can we use reactions?
Can I? Yeah, can we use reactions?
Is it to add a
Flash of Genius +4 to the roll?
James, that's how it works.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah, sure.
Let him use his bad class abilities.
Yeah, if you want to.
Let him use his one okay class ability. Sorry. James, by the way, don't have to do it now. You have to do it now, but do you have that written down? Because I really tried.
I don't have it written down, but I can get it to you.
Thank you.
Okay. So this.
Aeon will say, "Laffy, watch out!"
So this person grabs you, right? And you are lifted by your head off the floor as this woman with the arms raised. Like she's holding your entire body weight on your head.
Ow.
Right.
Oh god.
I'll try to rush over and get Olivia to release Laffy.
Well, this is happening like a split second, right?
Let him cook.
Yeah, let him
I don't
cook.
want to let him cook. He's gonna fucking burn us.
So you are these eyes that were milky white have gone shock black, right? Like the depths of space black. And the eyes.
Only Laffy see that with the detect.
I mean, you can see it, but like Laffy's like.
I mean, her eyes were white, and then her eyes are black, so I assume you can see that.
Eyes are bright, wide open. There's this. Laffy, you can hear this like howling wind. All around you, and you are would you try to look away?
Oh god, I think there would be like a deer in headlights type situation because it was so quick and unexpected.
Bystander syndrome.
Yeah, I think she.
Oh god, what spell?
Oh my god, you're getting ghost rided right now.
So you take 20 cold damage.
Oh, cold.
Interesting.
And
that's actually
24
really
radiant.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Jesus
really?
Yeah.
I'm at 3 hit points.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we?
So this happens in a flash, and this is all around your head, right? This is like holding on your head, like really. It's like crushing weight, as though like your head is. It's not like someone's holding your cheeks lovingly. It's more like your head is between a wall and someone's reversing a car into it. This is agonizing.
He's stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, a rock and a hard place. And as these eyes like peer, as you're staring into them, you see this infinite like depth beneath them. This howling void that stretches on and on forever. As you hear some of the phrases that you heard whilst you were underneath the pool. The hateful. Oh, where the fuck is that? I've got it written down somewhere. 1 second. Side quest characters. No. Factions, brothers, character plot. Where is it? Laffy's inside. No. Messages for Laffy. Fuck no. Where is it? Okay, so you remember when you were in the pool and you heard the voices in the background?
Yeah.
Like saying out, so you hear those like a chorus of discordant voices howling those names out, and the name that's ringing out that is like basically searing itself into your brain with that 40 odd damage is screaming out, Hadar, the oldest enemy. And then this woman like collapses back, drops down, drops you, falls back into a chair, and as she's like, body's like arching and seizuring, you can see her like limbs are popping and cracking as she's like wrestling on the floor with herself. You're dropped completely, like the eyes.
As soon as we get a chance, I would rush up to Laffy to try and.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah. The moment has passed of pain for Laffy. But she has these like handprints, not permanent, but like holding like handprints on the side of her head that are slowly fading. That are much bigger than the.
Picturing like almost like the after image of like maybe a hand, like a sear mark or something, like on the sides.
Almost like a slap mark would be better. Like if you've ever.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. And it is fading quick. I imagine like nosebleed kind of thing.
I imagine as soon as she was dropped, it was like a scurry on, because she's like on her butt, like scurry backwards, and she's just like heaving, like trying not to have a panic attack, heavy breaths, like.
Lorelei would just be like next to her, like crouching slightly over her, just like staring at Olivia with not daggers, but like with. I don't know the best word to put
Contempt?
No, I mean not nice emotions. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, no, I get it. But just for so this woman, like when I say seizuring on the floor, that hasn't stopped. It looks like she's being electrocuted. Like she's like jolting from side to side, like head's like thrashing. Her eyes have kind of like gone this grey colour, and she's got like a blood running from her ears.
Lou is rushing towards Olivia, trying to stop her from like hurting herself against the chair or like knocking against stuff.
I've cast a level 2 cure wounds on Laffy. I put my arcane firearm out and just fire.
It still makes me laugh.
I like the idea that he pours a monster in it. It's like, come on.
As she's like writhing around on the floor, I don't think Laffy is at all like bothered about herself. I think she's concerned about this woman. Weirdly.
So it's not this woman's fault, I don't think.
Yeah, so I'm gonna attempt to like cast something on her while she's. I think it'd probably be like healing spirit, just to have like a constant thing for the time being, just to like try and keep her from dying. I don't know if it's gonna do anything.
On the floor, she doesn't look like she's hurting more, that her body's like something's. She's trying to fight. You can hear like these gasps of words like "Get me back, let me back," and she's trying to like gain control over herself for a moment. And like it stops, and she gathers her breath. And she's like lying on the floor, like clearly in quite a lot of pain. And she picks herself up. And she goes, "I don't think I'll be trying that again." she sits down, and like she's got these like there's just blood that's just like appearing, like running down from like joints, like blood is seeping from joints on her body. You can't see any wounds, but like imagine on every knuckle or joint there's just like it's like bleeding. She sits down. She says, I didn't anticipate that. I hope, my dear, you are okay. And she kind of like she kind of like faces her palms towards her face. Obviously she can't see it, and as she like turns her hands upwards, you can see that the skin on her hands is like almost like stone cracked, like blistered, and cracked, and like she can't make a fist. That the skin is like hardened to the point of stone, and she twists her hands down. She goes, I saw the darkness from whence this thing comes, the endless hunger that follows it, and I saw you, and she points towards Lou, and I saw you twice. I saw you as you are now, and I see you as you were before, but again, one is you and the other as you were yesterday, but forever. You've taken a moment as you... Oh my god, you fell. The moment which you fell was captured forever, and he will use it. He will use it against you. He has that moment of you forever. If any of you fall, he will take you from that moment, and he will use you against the rest of you. And he will have that part of you forever.
Though it's like eyes completely wide in fear, and her right hand is like grasping the part of the her shirt which is above the stab wound she has.
He has that part of you. He has you from yesterday, at his whim, at his call, to use against you and your friends.
Can I ask, the thing in that speech when she was holding Laffy, when he said something about like the answer that you seek, was that in response to me asking if it was the consumer? Or was that in response to something else?
I shall grant you the favour you desire, for it is the way of gods to grant boons to those of courage.
What favour?
He let...
You see him.
I think the favour was
he let you see him. He let you perceive him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
he never really gave you a choice. He sort of went, "Do you want to see?" and then grabbed you by the face and made you see him.
Right.
I'm still on the part of gods, because what god could we possibly be dealing with?
Maybe or someone who perceives himself to be a god. Hadar isn't technically a god, but is on that level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I recognise the voice?
No. Well, can you make a history check?
Brian, Hadar's mouth.
If I fail this, I'm using a hero point.
John,
19.
John Hadar.
No. So the voice wasn't. It was. How did this go? So, without giving too much away.
Because I know who I think it is. I think it's Mr. No Eyeballs.
Oh no, definitely not him. No. So he is a history. Okay, I'll give you a history. 19 history. I'll give you this. Kilpatrick is an acolyte. He is a cleric of Hadar. He is a scrub. He is a minion. What you just encountered was what you just saw was Hadar directing part of his power through an unwilling conduit. So someone who didn't want it to be through a few seconds and then just discarded them because they were no longer worthy of his time. Hadar, the voice was a manifestation of their power. It is this is not some guy on the street. This is not the fellow carrying the carpet. This is not Kilpatrick. This is not, any of the other bad guys you've come across. This is not a physical being. Laffy, with your 19 history, you would know that Hadar is literally a sun, as in like a star in space that is sentient and eats it,
really?
like planets.
I think it's mentioned in that journal, or at least something along those lines in that journal of Kilpatrick's, about how he's like a massive beast, and they want to bring him into the world. And
So, imagine for scope and scale, Laffy would know this. When he talked about, I think, the oldest enemy, Hadar, it would be like the first black hole, the thing that ate other stars, like an alpha predator, that the little sisters would like try to stop. The only things that would be able to fight it, the only things at any scope, like a small god, like a god of fertility, would have nothing in its back pocket to do if a black hole rocked up, because it would just eat the world. Gods are powerless against this thing. It transcends them. So this is, as far as in my humble opinion, it's the most dangerous thing in the D&D canon. It's not representative of the CR stat block, which is why I'm ignoring it. But like spells like Hunger of Hadar, Arms of Hadar, are like a fraction. We're just literally gonna quickly open the window and slam it, and that's.
I always envision Hadar as a very Cthulhu-esque monster.
Yeah, very old
fear
one,
of the unknown. Yeah.
So the hunger that it feels and it fuels it is because
everyone's favourite hunger of Hadar.
Yeah, hungry harms of Hadar.
hungry Hadar.
Yeah.
It all sounds like Galactus from that Fantastic Four live-action movie, rather than.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, not a million miles away from that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think Laffy's still. Oh, go on.
No. So it's just for more context. Like, as you think about what she said, it very much sounds like what Hadar is going to do and what it has done in the past. But it has been, like, it is possible to stop it. Like, you can't think of exactly when or how that happened at the moment. Hadar literally replaces the sun, will eat the sun, and use the worship of those that it then shines light down upon to fuel itself.
That's a
to move
really
on to
bad
the next one.
indigestion.
Yeah, so but it replaces the sun, absorbs all the worship of those people who pray to pray to the sun, the sun worshippers, and it shines down its corrupting light, gets rid of all the shadows, and reveals people for the worst of themselves. And eventually that will break people down, and they will all become one under Hadar. And at that point, it has consumed everything there, and it will move on.
It's very much Galactus.
I think Laffy would relay that to everybody in the group chat, and then stand up and walk outside because she's.
This reminds me of an SCP. It's called a New Dawn, where the sun is corrupted and everyone under the sun's light.
James, what did you steal this time?
Melts off into a waxy texture and becomes one.
Alright, if Laffy were to walk out.
Sorry, go ahead.
See you later then, bye. I love you.
Well,
she's not leaving. She needs air.
Yeah.
Looks like
that was a lot.
in their chair, like completely in show, like having a meltdown.
So she
just never do anything. We should never meet anyone to do with Lo. Just let's
she pulls herself and she goes, "This, I see it coming towards us. Midwinter.
How long?
Midwinter.
Midwinter. Oh god, that's like.
How many months is that away? Like
4
2,
minimum?
3 or 4 months.
3 or 4.
Well, you can tell exactly that it's basically.
You said it's like the start of autumn-ish.
Yeah, start of, so it's like very early September, and we're talking about the.
I'm thinking like December.
So the equivalent of mid-December, the equinox, like not equinox, just
like the winter solstice.
The winter solstice, shortest day of the year, when the sun in classic pagan mythology dies and is reborn the next day, as the days start to get longer. there is. So she says that there was in the first vision a window when the light would come again, and if it is our sun. And she kind of like reaches a hand up to presumably where the sun would be, but as you think about it, she's probably pointing about 15 degrees in the wrong direction. She goes, and our son would be safe, and we would carry on as we were. But that vision is dark, and it seems so far away. And the brightness,
She said there was a window.
A window of opportunity.
Oh.
Yes, not an actual window.
I don't know. I didn't catch up.
Yeah,
I was writing
sorry.
down. I was writing down the last thing you said, so I wasn't.
Do you know where it will begin?
She gestures up. He
I'm
can't
assuming
reach here. He's been tethered here, from what I can understand. And this is what I've been trying to figure out. I didn't understand what it was. This consumer, this Hadar, comes, and he returns, and he comes, and he'll be here, and he is tethered here. He's being invited. He's being called. And that must
Who
be
is calling
stopped.
him?
Kilpatrick. I think that he started the process when he removed his eyes and then bounced up north, where he's sort of been laid.
And it's grim up north.
And it's true up north.
Winter's coming.
Well, he bounced and he's
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
You know nothing, Aeon Strive.
Then we kill William, and then we go after Kilpatrick.
Okay.
I think that's on our to-do list. Which
We have a very long to-do list.
we do.
Well, wasn't that like
Back to Globetrotting
third?
again,
Wasn't that third thing after?
after the ball.
Yeah, I think so.
It was Bull. It was
William.
William. Then
It
it was
was
Kilpatrick.
Kill
so-
William. No, it was get a
No,
boat. Go
The
to
ball
Ned,
was
steal
first.
William.
Get it right. we
Go,
were having fun before we were having more of your depression. So
It's not my depression. It's worldwide. How's this?
no, it's
Well,
not.
there's-
William is your depression. That's what I meant.
It's your
Oh,
depression.
yeah,
Then we have to save the world.
yeah.
Save the cheerleader.
Twice.
Oh, I miss Heroes. It kind of
Yeah, I
went
miss
down.
Heroes
when it was
good.
We have to
Right.
attend the fancy ball before we save the hero or my sister or anyone else in the
That's
universe.
that's what I just said.
And stop
Yeah.
stop some drug and people smuggling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how difficult could it possibly be? We're just
And then
going
there's also
against something
the-
that's beyond gods. You know, just
Yeah.
just your classic. Oh my god!
She very.
How are we
classic game,
supposed to
sir.
do that? We're not equipped
about-
for this.
What about
We're
also
not-
like taking out the orb to allow necromancy back?
No, this is more important. I don't care about the necromancy.
Aeon,
Where-
can you make a quick history check?
Yeah. 12. I'm going to add a flash of genius to bring it up to a 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
You remember as you're talking about this to-do list and how on earth you're meant to overcome this threat. And you think, oh, how the fucking hell am I? Like you look down at your gun and you're like, oh, this pew really, you know.
Looks like I'm gonna need more bullets.
You need more layered. But you think, oh, God, what are we gonna do? Buy some like factor 1000 shit. What are we gonna do? You remember Kilpatrick had written down something in his book about potential threats.
That was one of them. Wait. What I'm getting that wrong, aren't I? Do I have that book saved? I don't think I do.
I do. Somewhere in my
I
files.
remember I looked through it, but I don't think I have it saved on my end.
Oh no, potential threats to his plan. Midnight Hunt not considered a threat.
Wow, that bitch. Actually, I don't care.
Oh yeah, well, what a fucking crossbow bolt's gonna do?
Okay. I'll
Whoa,
slightly out of
James,
range.
that's not nothing so far.
Again, James, I can leave if you want me to.
Hey, you're not part of the midnight hunt anymore, so it doesn't
No,
matter what you say about that.
it's fine. The Midnight Hunt, I don't care. But he called up my crossbow. How
There
dare you?
are, according to Kilpatrick's diary, Aeon will reach into his pack and pull out Kilpatrick's diary and just.
Does he still have that?
He likes girls.
I
He's
pull out
gay.
and I'll just go. I just had a realization. There are some potential threats written in.
You say.
So, first of all, there are 2 threats written here that apparently are considered not a concern for Hadar. Midnight Hunt and the Chloride Path. They're nothing, apparently. But then there's one here, and he looks over at the board. Who is the Fury? The Fury, in Kilpatrick's diary, potentially a real threat. The Fury must be prevented.
What's the fear? Does anyone?
Exactly.
Maybe Powerful
Sorry.
barbarian of some kind?
Nah.
Constructs, potentially a threat, as they cannot be touched by Hadar's corruption.
Actually, wait, I'm not in there, so.
And then
Can I
finally,
let you... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
finally, Liches, he considers them no longer a threat, but necromancy is a concern for Hadar. If we do what Bruno,
We don't talk about
Bruno.
Bruno. No.
Nice one, Aaron.
Bruno, I meant Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno.
If we do what Bruno is suggesting and we break the orb, we have a real shot against Hadar. And then there's also constructs, which could be interesting.
Sorry, one second. But Beth, you just flummoxed me. You said what?
I think her fake name was Riptide.
No, her
Riptide
fake
was-
name. The wrestler's name was Tsunami.
Tsunami. That's what it
Okay.
was. I knew it
what
was some
was-
water thing, but I can't
Listen,
remember.
I love Riptide, but I don't think she factors into this guy's plan.
How dare you?
He just wanted a power. Just
Clearly,
like,
Hadal's never been down under.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of barbarians.
Fury.
I will tell you what. If people want to roll, like history or religion, perhaps, or Arcana,
Hey James,
I will say this.
Faithin's undead.
I will say you will, Asher, Lorelei, you will get advantage, but I'm not going to tell you from what source.
I'm gonna
Natural
act.
20.
I'm gonna act as Faithin on guess because it makes me feel better.
Oh god, it's a
Oh, you guys rolled horribly.
26.
Holy shit.
4. Ooh.
Well, at least Lou rolled well.
Yeah,
Wait,
so
doesn't Daffy have advantage? So that's a 17.
Didn't she use
what
it?
does Laffy have advantage?
You said me.
Oh, I thought you said.
Oh, Lorelei has advantage,
Laugh. Oh, sorry,
Lorelei,
sorry.
yeah.
Too many
26,
L
so
names.
natural 20, right? So, you remember, or you think on this, the Fury, you think about your notes and the stuff that you were doing with William just before you left, and you remember just catching the tail end of a conversation or reading a piece of paper. The Fury is a fiendish, like an archfiend, like an archfiend that could be. How to say this? Like, could be like the shoes of which can be stepped into. The Fury is a power that is accessible to those who do and fulfill very specific tasks. With this power, you would have power approaching that of probably. You would have the full power of like the equivalent of the 9 hells on you. Like, wish would not be a problem for you. You could rewrite the laws of life and death if you wanted to. You would effectively be able to do whatever you wanted and have all of the powers of the 9 hells behind you. And with everything that came with that, you would be able to, for example, turn back time.
God.
Not forever. You could like.
I'm
back
just
a
like
day.
I'm just like in my head. I'm just like that's a lot of that's a lot of power.
Yeah, it's a huge. Yeah, so it basically the Fury is in there because the gods in this world are somewhat more passive than they are elsewhere, which is why the demigods, like the Little Sisters and others, are active in the world. The Fury is a available power that can be gathered. It is a fiendish, devilish power that follows certain rules.
It is specifically Devil, Infernal, and would be equivalent for the normal player of D&D would be Tiamat, because a lot of the powers are like draconic in origin, but it is not a 7-headed dragon. It is a singular entity. One really fat dragon.
Well, yeah, one hugely fat like cat dragon that's always asleep. So I'm using Tiamat as an example. But the reason I'm using Tiamat as an example is because they have complete and utter control over the elemental damage types. So completely, utterly immune against fire, cold, acid, poison. Fifth one. Fire,
lightning,
cold,
Oh.
lightning, thunder,
Oh,
stuff like that. Absolute immunity because they have complete control over it. They commonly people bid their services to them, like to the powers. Like they would be a warlock patron, even if no one sat in that seat already. Like no one. So it's like a passive power until someone claims it. So warlocks would pledge their allegiance to it, and have you ever seen Afro Samurai?
yes.
Parts of it.
So the concept of that, the Afro Samurai, is that the guy was after the number 2 headband, so he could go after the best fighter, but anyone could go for number 2. And so he wanted. It's such a great show,
so
but like, basically people would be vying for this all the time, and the warlocks would be basically pick someone to support to elevate them to get them to the Fury to unlock.
Is it almost like Rule of 2 Sith?
Not really Rule of 2.
So would it be like someone in the process of claiming the Fury's power would be considered like the number 2, and other warlocks would be trying to take whatever they've got ready to then... So
imagine there are 5 people who are after the power and 20 warlocks who have pledged, who've got this Fury power as a patron. Those warlocks could pick and choose any of those 5 people to support, and the winner, the best person, would be elevated to that station. Like, it would be elevated to the Fury, and they don't have that power forever. It's not like a genie wish. They have it until they've done what they want to do with it.
It's almost, I'm picturing like almost like the negative version of one of the little sisters coming down to be there and help, and when their thing is done, they can go. Where it's like they do this thing they wanted to do, and then the power's gone.
Kind of. So they want the power for very specific reasons. So people wouldn't do this there are easier ways to get power. There are easier ways to get money. There are easier ways to get bitches. There are easier ways to, do things like the wish spell, for example, would do a lot. But there are some things that can't be done. The power of the Fury is, I'm trying to think of the equivalent. It's basically all 7 Dragon Balls. It's, it's like the ultimate in infernal power. It's and that is that is a concern for Hadar, because he could be diverted, because the abyssal the infernal planes are not limited to this world. They are an entire universe unto themselves, and Hadar could be zapped into into the 9 hells.
Zapped into the 9 hells and then bullied.
you just be bullied to death. Because what are they going to do? Like, people basically just chew them up and spit them back out straight again. It'd be pointless. So that is a big.
Imagine Hadar being turned into like the fucking, what are they called? The lemurs. That'd be funny.
But yeah. No. So the common way people would get into that position of power would be mastery over the elements of the draconic forces, sacrifice, finding creatures of great power, absorbing their power, that kind of thing. There are specific steps you would have to follow to do it. Like not like go to IKEA, buy 5 radiators, whatever. It's they would have to get item specific power to and then merge them together somehow and absorb their power. Even though they're infernal, the people who go for it have to do bad things to get there. Like, they have to kill, maim, steal. But it's very, very rare that the things they do with that power has a major negative knock-on. Usually people claim that power and then there's an effect that nobody else can figure out. Like, it's maybe a very, very small thing that they wanted to change. And and it's been, this has happened before. This kind of thing happened, and the world has ticked on. So even though it's based in the Infernal Hells, it's a lawful thing that follows a specific set of rules, and people do it for hyper specific reasons, like things that they cannot achieve any other way.
Just imagining some random guy doing it to just get more money and this doesn't pay taxes or something.
No, I like to imagine that they do and do that I want to bring back what was that premier sauce from McDonald's? It was really delicious to discontinue.
Oh, the fucking Szechuan sauce.
Yeah, I want to bring back Szechuan sauce. So stupid shit like that. I'll pass that information along the group chat. Okay, I have.
Yeah, you can just share the concept.
No idea how we possibly would acquire this or find someone who has this power. Maybe if we go. Wait, what if we go to the elemental planes and do things like the Genius does, just warlock packs
completely
with
separate.
I don't think that's how it works.
An example of the kind of, when I say control over those elemental forces, and this has been destroyed, but the kind of people who would be looking for it would be the kind of people who had a winter staff that could cast a wall of ice or something similar. If you cast your mind back a year.
Yeah.
A year? I don't remember this morning.
You took away my staff.
Well, it was allegedly destroyed.
What is the flavored mayfly? I'm just looking over my.
I keep reading it.
Flavored.
I know it's flavored. I keep reading it as flavored. It's really funny to me. I don't know why.
The flavored mayfly.
I've read it four different times.
Sense.
I read it four different times, and every single time I've read it wrong.
Yeah, my brain just did not.
And then my brain's like, no, it's favored. Then I go look away, look back, flavored. Wait.
As you are discussing this, I will say that Olivia makes excuses to maybe go and have a bath.
Yeah, or sit out.
To allow you to have a free conversation. Riptide is stood there. So what I understood is it's really imperative that I stick my X sideways up Kilpatrick's arsehole and then twist it, right? Yeah? Is that
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking yes.
I'm going. When I brought out his diary, it's been a little while since I read through it. I read through it originally.
Do you regularly read through people's diaries?
That one, yeah.
This one, and no, not really. I read it once when we I say we beat him when he left. I read it once and then kind of forgot about it. But now a lot of things with this blackboard and what we've just experienced has come into focus. Kilpatrick worked with Werbiddle Skittle on the Coriolis, and so it's not crossed out on the board that it says it's returning. According to Kilpatrick's diary, he made contact with them.
My assumption, because I'm currently privately in my own page in my notepad, adding notes to all of the different things on this board. I think the Coriolis was the first thing sent to Hadar.
It was, according to this book.
It might be the key to bringing Hadar back.
Yes, I was just about to get to that. In this diary, the experiment with the Coriolis was sabotaged by Kilpatrick driving the ship into the Outer Realm, and then looking for alternate ways to bring Hadar's wonder here, he began to abduct travelers to offer a unique souls to Hadar. Though that was largely a failure, only after years was Kilpatrick able to link with the Coriolis to bring it back, filled with the essence of Hadar to corrupt the world.
There is one other thing that I'm reading on this that I think might be useful, and we should definitely talk to him. Werbiddle Skittle. That name. Every time I say it, especially in the voice, it makes me laugh. He worked on the Coriolis, but it also says further on that he's an insider, so I think he could be useful to helping us learn about it.
Oh shit! I'm just reading the diary and I didn't even realise it. This Olivia, the human divination wizard, is the same Olivia who worked with Werbiddle Skittle on the Coriolis project?
She yells and she goes, yes,
I did not know that. I did not know. Olivia,
it was many years ago.
Bathroom, come back down. Sorry?
I just
Wait, no, she doesn't have clothes on. Come
I said put on a bathrobe.
No,
that was the first thing I said.
Okay, it's got little pandas on it, but okay. Okay, let me just sit down. Yes, I worked with dear Werbiddle Skittle and Malloy and Kilpatrick.
Who was Malloy again? Malloy was the artificer.
One of the great inventors from the Lich.
Malloy
to create a method of long distance travel, teleportation.
Yes, he's a gnome. He's from the far north, and he taught myself and Werbiddle Skittle the techniques that we've developed into becoming experts in our fields, as she kind of makes like inverted commas. His teachings allowed me to become one of the premier divination wizards that allows me to cast spells like Foresight, which allows me to walk around. So this is how I'm getting about. For example, I've had to use a 9th level spell to make cups of tea today. Just so you're aware. So that's where we are. But we, yes, we. Sorry. We all work together. We're Riddle Skittle and I stayed in the city afterwards. Kilpatrick was he's always difficult. It's always seemed as he had his eyes on the prize elsewhere. And for Malloy, it was purely the intellectual exercise, if that makes sense.
He wanted the challenge.
Well, he wanted to make sure it was doable. You can imagine that he thought that if he could move from one place to another very, very quickly without the consumption of spells, it would be easier to feed his. Well, I don't say his people, because that sounds like I'm one of those types, but no, he's kind of a self-appointed ruler of the town he's in. All the gnomes do whatever he says. He's the smartest.
Is he still alive? Sorry, I'm actually not
sure. So you would know that Malloy is still alive. You've been asked to go in and check on him.
Oh yeah, did we know where he was? Because I've completely
far north.
Yeah, I wouldn't have asked that question. I would know that.
Past Nets north.
It's more to the west. It's like
Northwest.
so basically Malloy. So basically, you're headed straight north, and then you'd be hooking round left, and then back down south to try and find Kilpatrick. Malloy is in the northwest, but he's like gone silent. Like he's not answering calls.
How long was this again?
That's happened in the last couple of months, and so you would know this, Lorelei. He was one of the major. He was like Oppenheimer. He basically designed weapons. He was one of the people who designed the constructs that got wildly out of hand in the Lich War.
I assume he must be very old then.
Oh, ancient. He's one of the. He's up there with Runo for like age.
This diary has him written under as Malloy, one of the great inventors from the Lich War. One of the things that is written in here that is a claim to fame for him is creating this long distance teleportation, rapidly and carrying great weights. Creating a method of long distance teleportation, rapidly and carrying great weights.
So as you guys are discussing this, the reason I was kind of like stumbling in my words a little bit is I was trying to hold two conversations there, one via text and one via my voice. My voice.
James, you're doing the Olivia thing. Stop.
Yeah. Laffy had left the room. It's still connected to the network, but it's very faint as she's headed away, and the kind of just before she reaches the edge of the network, she would say, "Over the back." Well, you could do a note if you wanted.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, so her voice is usually, I mean, you know how I speak as Laffy, it's like, woohoo, yeah, upbeat, let's go, hyper, woohoo. But it's very low energy, just need a breather, and my sisters gone to see them.
Just before, I don't know how long the, like, if she did it at like the very edge as she was leaving the connection, but if there was any point to like not interject, you know, at the end of her sentence before it cut off, would be like, do you want me to come with you? I don't want you to be alone.
If you want, it could be ambiguous if you were too late for that to come through.
That's up to you. But... okay.
So I'll say she probably maybe heard that and then stepped too far away. Because she's just pacing. She's gone.
Got a stride on.
I would say to the group, I am going to go over to see if Laffy's alright.
Yeah, take care.
Keep going. Yeah.
Tell you if anything, new comes up.
Might be a bit difficult, but you should. If you run like 200 feet that direction, you should be fine. Yeah, don't do that. It runs off.
So, I will say, because she's asked for this to happen, you will find her fine, but it'll be after the following conversation.
That's completely fine.
Yeah,
Obviously,
you wouldn't want her to leave about.
Me, the player, and Lorelai, the character, be like, I don't want her to be alone.
It's Lorelai rushing through the rain, while Laffy is having like a character moment.
I roll like 7 at once, trying to run, and I knock over.
Yeah, keep slipping in the mud. Fuck! You see a giant red dragon bearing down. No, James, you dickhead!
I knew you didn't like me.
No, it's fine. So you come out and okay, I'll find it. But Laffy, you find yourself back at these stones. The area is it's a bit sodden now, for lack of a better word. Squelchy.
I'm imagining that she looks a mess right now. Like, her hair is wet. She's just fast walked through that kind of fine rain, the one that soaks you through.
Soaks you through, yeah.
Yeah. So her hair's all like stuck to the side of her face. She's probably still got like some very faint handprint on her face.
I'd say they're mostly faded, but if you look closely, you can still see them. And as you get to the edge of the area, Chicken's just like floating behind you. He doesn't chip in anymore. It doesn't like you chirp in, and were it Rusty, you would have thought he would have like followed and chipped in, but Chicken's just following as you approach the circle.
Yeah. So she's gonna like plop herself down in the center of this like what I imagine is a very muddy circle. Mm-hmm. And she's just gonna like sit down cross-legged in the middle of it and close her eyes and start like thinking really hard about her sisters.
Okay. You make me a. Actually, I won't make you roll for it because I don't used to roll low. So after.
It's always the way, isn't it?
You roll a d4. Can you roll a d4?
Yeah.
James, no matter what, just say, it needs to be evens or odds or low or high.
Or 4.
Sure. This is how long it takes.
Really
not minutes, but like how many cyclical breathing exercises it takes for you to like get into the sun, get it right. So it's talking like 30, maybe 40 seconds for you to like. Again, get into that moment, and then you calm down and you feel like the rain starts to quieten down. Your eyes are closed. The rain is getting less and less. The coldness is dissipating from your extremities as you sat in this mud. It seems to be warming up. The wind starts to die down, and as you do these deep breathing, and you focus on those outside that you've not spoken to in a while, the rain stops again, and you open your eyes. And the rain is paused, and as you kind of like look around, maybe 100 feet away, just let's go for 73 yards away, you've got you can see what you assume to be, and you were correct in the assumption, would be Lorelai heading towards you, not in like a sprint, but like in a definitely a I don't want to be in this fucking rain walk.
Yeah.
But the features
I've fallen over 8 times.
Her knees are bright red. It's
his weak arms are heavy.
Yeah. But you look over in the moment. In the moment you see them, you know for this moment, everything, not just in the immediate area. how you operate in your natural habitat, in your natural environment, is different to how things operate in the world you're in now, and nothing will change whilst you're in this small. So this is a macrocosm of what of the world, and because of that, what I'm going to say is we're going to end there, and we'll have the conversation in a separate channel.
This was such an obvious cliffhanger.
No, because I don't think anyone else should hear it. I genuinely don't think anyone else should hear it. Is that okay? Unless you really want to do it now.
No, that's fine.
Okay. If you could prime at me by giving me a vague idea of what you want to ask. I have answers for it all, but I would prefer to know so I could think about what it is I'm going to answer. So I don't want to be like, if that's okay. And we will.
My notes are ending with, and James ends the fucking session.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
ass.
I'm really sorry, but I think it needs to be a big moment. I need to know what's going to be asked.
Bitch.
I know. So, all right, but we'll end the box there, and let me quickly read out the stuff that was said.
Thank you. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna.
I thought today was going to be like a chill session. Like, hey,
I thought today was going to be a chill session.
I don't know, James. I would just love for everyone to be aware. Whenever James says things can be a chill session, my like nervous